That's a complicated question. One of our goals, and in our mission statement, it says that we exist to facilitate communication between scientists of all types and between science and the general public. I think we do a very good job of making science accessible to the general public, and it's a rare week that will go by and you don't see a nature paper talked about on CNN or in one of the newspapers or in the BBC. So I wouldn't say that we're essential, but I would say that we are very useful. I would say our key to success is that we don't really care about what the general public thinks. What we do is try to publish the most exciting science. And it's simply by virtue of that importance and excitement that people who want to keep up with the cutting edge of science will be interested in reading the papers. And that's our key. We are very open, and if the idea is truly revolutionary and correct, it generally is treated very well by the referees, and it goes through without much trouble. It's the stuff that's one notch down from that often runs into trouble with the referees. It's going in a new direction, but it isn't truly revolutionary, and that can cause problems. But the really revolutionary things I've seen were actually, didn't have much trouble, like Michel Mayor's paper. That was revolutionary, and it just went through the normal process and without much trouble. Well, there's generally not a problem. If it's a topic that I don't know anything about, then I'll have to go off and do a keyword search on ADS, or maybe read the latest annual reviews article on the topic, just so that I can establish the context within which the paper is to be seen. So Winston Churchill once said that democracy is the worst possible system except for all the rest. And I regard peer review in that light. But seriously, look at the junk that goes up on AstroPH. And it becomes a signal to noise problem, and the noise is just too high. Peer review, for all its imperfections, more or less works. The bad science generally gets filtered out and good science goes forward. There are times when personalities, referees might not judge fairly, or they might have a grudge against an author that they don't declare and the editor doesn't know about. But good science ultimately comes out of the system. So I don't think it's broken. Astronomers don't communicate very well, but we're probably about the best in the sciences. People in condensed matter physics and in molecular biology really don't care about communicating outside of their group of people. I think it's very important to be able to know something about what's going on across the sciences, because often people are sitting on university-wide committees or even national committees where they're trying to judge, is this chemistry project more important than this physics project? And you need some framework for being able to make that assessment. I wouldn't say that the outreach is essential for society, but I would say that it is essential for us. Because of all the sciences, astronomy is the most generously funded on a per scientist basis in the world, by far. And we need to be able to explain to the public why their tax dollars are building a $1 billion telescope, or a $6 billion JWST. So the government officials and the general public need to know why we want to do this. So outreach is absolutely essential for us. For me, it's astronomy, but our reader surveys show that it's astronomy and paleontology is what people like. The dinosaurs are popular with kids, and they stay popular when people grow up. So I have a somewhat different perspective because I was at the Max Planck Institute for Radio Astronomy, which owns part of the EROM 30-meter telescope. So since I was a postdoc, I've been involved with Spanish astronomy. But the IAC definitely has the highest profile of Spanish astronomy. And so for my first visit to Spanish astronomers, I chose the IAC.